Thank you so much for joining us for yet another episode of a book that we've released and which we are continuing to review. A book that speaks to the reading habits of the world's most powerful. You may already be aware that yours truly, Oscar Odinga, has just released a book detailing the relationship between books and power. A book that discusses the reading habits of some of the people that are considered the world's most powerful. In this episode, we will want to quickly review the reading habits of Raila Amollo Odinga. Raila Odinga, born around January 7, 1945, is credited as one of the greatest political leaders that Kenya has ever produced, and to a large extent has, in a big way, determined the political direction of the country, Kenya. You may already know that he is currently a presidential candidate in the race to State House, and will likely succeed as the 5th president of the Republic of Kenya. How does Raila read? When does the guy wake up to read? What kind of books do Raila read? What is Raila's reading habits around the Bible? What role has Mama Ida, Raila's wife, played in his reading habits? You all know that he has abilities that have, to a large extent, revolutionized the way politics is done in Kenya. And so we can attribute that to his reading habits as detailed in this piece of work. You will find Raila's story right from page 67 of this book, The Relationship Between Books and Power. Go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel for related episodes. Go ahead and click the link below so that you continue getting notification when we upload more reviews of different reading habits of some of the world's most powerful. But from page 67, you will get to hear or read what the book says about Raila. After introducing Raila, the author goes ahead to mention several instances when he was a young person, when he was in prison for almost 9 years, after he left prison, during his tenure as Prime Minister, and even during the period that he has occupied Kenya's political space as opposition leader, as a government minister. The book continues to narrate instances that show that he continues reading. Most of the works discussing Raila's reading habits and which have been detailed in this book have largely been drawn from his autobiography, Flames from Freedom, and the work of art by Nigerian author, which has been detailed in Raila's biography, The Enigma in Kenya's Politics, and several other pieces of work discussed by other people, written by other people, but which go ahead to demonstrate Raila's reading habits. So from page 67, you'll get to see the kind of books that the guy reads, his reading habits even when traveling to Germany. Remember that he did his engineering course in Germany. In page 72, for example, Raila says that there's a big role that the wife played, particularly in his reading habits, during the time he was in prison. Raila narrates that Ida was allowed to send books to him, and she would send about 20 books at a time during Raila's incarceration at different prisons in Kenya, including Kamiti, Shimo La Tewa in Mombasa, I just mentioned but a few. But out of these 10, 20 books that, for example, Mama Ida would bring at a given time, the book notes that they would be censured and only about 10 would arrive for Raila's reading. The next time Ida would include the 10 that had been rejected. On this occasion, some would reach Raila, and this way over time, Raila got virtually everything that was sent to him, and he would be able to read. What kind of books does the guy read? You know that the guy has a very good memory, the guy has a grasp on issues that affect ordinary mwananchi. This can be attributed to his reading habits. For example, the book says that Raila reads omnivorously. He reads books that are rich in politics, books rich in engineering, books rich in economics, books rich in history. Raila does a lot of reading around religion, books by authors like Anthony Trollope, Sherlock Holmes, detective stories by guys like Arthur Conan Doyle, books about daring escapades such as Papillon by Henry Sharia, books about intrigue in high places such as God's Bunker. For those who love reading, know that this book details intrigues within the Vatican. And the book is authored by Rapper Cornwell. Animal Farm. These are some of the books that Raila read, which is really a political book, if ever there was one. Raila also has a lot of love for Shakespearean plays, all of which Raila says he read while he was in detention. You will get even more of such books in page 73. There are those who have said that Raila has very little to do with religion. This myth is demystified in this book. You will find Raila confessing to have read the Bible and the Quran, not just once, but severally while in prison, and a habit which he continues with until now. For example, in page 73 says that in a situation where you are deprived of freedom, the Bible becomes a great solace, and so most people's early reading of the Bible occurs in school during Bible study, but my major reading of the Bible occurred later in life, and this provided me with a lot of light in darkness, which was prison. Raila talks about the betrayal of Jesus by Judah as stories that have helped him navigate the murky politics of betrayal that is Kenya's, discovery of Jesus by Peter, the trial of Pontius Pilate, Jews crying for Jesus' blood, and Barnabas, and all these stories. Apparently, Raila also does a lot of exercising right from his early days, and which have helped him to maintain the stability of mind, to help him to have grasp of issues. You can find a lot of narration around Raila's physical fitness habits on page 74 and 75, and this goes ahead to provide evidence of what we've said in previous episodes of the review of this book, that physical exercise is also a reading habit, that you need to have proper mental frame to be able to absorb a lot of material in terms of information, written and oral, and that you to have that kind of mental stability, you need physical exercise. And so there's a correlation. And those who know Raila until now attest that the guy does a lot of gymnastics. He goes to the gym, the guy exercises a lot. And so, at the risk of reading the book for you, I encourage you to once again go ahead and find this book. You can get directions on how to find it on this YouTube channel. Go ahead and secure a copy and get to see how powerful people read, and you will then definitely conclude that a relationship exists between reading and power, and that leaders who effectively end up leading are actual readers. Thank you so much for watching, and God bless you.